Hey guys, what's up? I just came on here to share a few random Thursday thoughts with you guys. Some things that have been running through my mind. And over the past few days, months, years, whatever you choose, I've been confronted a lot with the whole idea of childhood and the effects it can have on you. Just childhood, man, just childhood. And it got me really thinking. It's got me thinking a lot, doing research and just trying to figure out stuff for myself. And I guess I just want to start. Let's just start on the medical part, right? Because that's where I'm good in. Let's just look at it medically, right? A child. Let's take a child, right? Let me paint a picture. Let's have a little brain expose here. So when you're born as a kid, your brain is a whole. Not literally. Just think about it. Your brain is a whole, right? And the more you learn things, that's the more connections are made in your brain, right? And at one point it becomes a lot of connections, like a lot of neurons and everything in your brain. So to optimize space in your brain, so your brain doesn't explode and just keep growing the more you learn, your brain has a mechanism which at one point the connections which are used often are strengthened. The ones which are not used at all or used less are broken down, right? Because that optimizes space. So only the things you need are kept. And that's why as a kid, you're very flexible. It's just fascinating how flexible kids are, how versatile, how they can learn a lot of stuff, right? And the things you learn as a kid, carry you throughout your whole life, right? That's why parents pay attention to teaching their kids stuff when they're young, because these are lessons and stuff they're going to carry out through the rest of their life. And every lesson they learn now has an effect on them in the future, right? If you don't believe me, try learning how to swim at the age of 20, 21, 22. Guys, it's not easy. It's not easy. You will believe what I'm saying if you try. I've been trying for 4 years. It's just not moving. It is possible, but it's just considerably more difficult to learn at a later stage than if you learn as a child, right? Like bicycle riding, all these things. It's just your brain is better adapted to learn as a kid and carry these things throughout your whole life, right? And it's just looking at this concept and biologically, the whole process of learning and unlearning is just much easier as a kid, and then you carry it throughout the rest of your life. And I guess it just got me thinking about it. It's obvious the stuff you learn as a kid has effects on you for the rest of your life. But I guess what was really problematic for me, or more confronting for me, was the fact that I knew if I accepted this fact, that would push me to have to confront things which happened to me as a kid, or which I went through as a kid. Because the scope is wide, just from family dynamics to interactions with people in general to perception of things and all these kind of things, right? It's just a wide scope of things which are engulfed in this whole idea of childhood and its effects. And it just got me thinking about if I accept that is how it is, that the childhood has effects, I'll be pushed to go confront this. And who has time to go confront those things, right? Those are things in the past. Let them stay in the past, right? They don't have anything for the present. Let's focus on the now, here and now, right? And that's the mindset I've gone with for the past 22 years. And I guess at some point life just hits you hard and you have to realize, okay, just some things are not going right. Your interactions with people are just different. You get in relationships where you don't communicate properly. You get into businesses where you don't understand how stuff is, especially when you're in another environment than what you're used to. You get into a work environment where people don't understand you and stuff like that. And on the foundational level, you don't understand yourself. And that is the point I'm trying to bring across, guys. Sometimes you just have to go back to stuff that happened to you before to fully understand yourself. Because if you don't understand yourself, no one else can understand you. And if you're surrounded by a bunch of people who don't understand you, that literally translates to a recipe for failure. Because you're going to run into problems in life, troubles, hardships, and stuff like that. And the people who can help you are those who actually understand you as you, right? Not just using general algorithms which work for other people on you, because you are specific. You got here specifically because you had a specific path which you took to get to where you are. And if no one ever understands you because you don't understand yourself, there's literally no one that can help you, guys. That is literally a recipe for failure. So I guess I'm just here to maybe raise awareness to this. I know it's something which, from a culture where I come from, and I think just a general thing everyone has, but I think specifically from a Cameroonian culture, and also just African, I guess, it's something we don't really focus on because we have other priorities, we have other things to worry about, we need to put food on our tables and stuff like that, which is fair enough. But I think you cannot be your most efficient self. You cannot do whatever you're doing most efficiently and be the best version of yourself and achieve your purpose most efficiently if you don't fully understand yourself and if you're not fully yourself. And I think I guess this is what I just want to raise awareness on. You know, do the work, do the heavy lifting. If it's gonna be hard, I'm not trying to lie to you and say it's gonna be easy. If anyone tells you it's gonna be easy, they're lying to you. But it's worth it. Going back and fully understanding yourself, you know, looking at your family dynamics, looking at the way you interact with your friends. Because to be honest, 1 + 1 is 2. If I went to boarding school at the age of 9 and I stayed in boarding school for 8 years, spending 9 out of 12 months in a year in school instead of like at home with family and stuff like that, obviously your family dynamic is going to be different. I mean, that's just obvious, right? And it's like not understanding some of these things and actually having them so you can see why, okay, some things are the way they are now, maybe work on them. That's just if you don't even want to understand that and want to like know yourself better, I don't think that's smart, guys. So I guess this is just some random thoughts I had. I said I'll share with you guys. Maybe think about it, and I'm glad to engage in discussion with anyone who wants to engage in discussion. But just think about it for yourself. I'm convinced, I'm sure you're much better off understanding yourself better than if you don't do anything. And if you try it and it doesn't work out, it backfires, hey, I'll take responsibility for that in whatever way I can. But yeah, guys, that's what I had for you guys today. I hope this message helps someone. I hope you all stay blessed. And yeah, until next time, stay healthy.